Hey everybody, it's Josh with FL Gardening, and just doing another garden update. It's been about 2 weeks since I did one, so I've got some changes going on in here. It's been about almost 2 months. It's been about almost 2 months since I planted the garden though. We finally got some beans coming in here. Lots of flowers. Should have lots of beans real soon. The beans look pretty great. Dead cilantro. Some seeds in there probably. Jalapenos are still doing good. New flowers, lots of new jalapenos. Cucumbers kind of suck right now. I don't know. Not taking off as quickly as I thought they would. We do got flowers, but they're growing a lot slower than everything else. I don't really grow cucumbers too often, so I'm not sure if that's normal or not. But they don't look terrible. They got flowers on them. Here's the blueberries. A lot of them finally starting to turn blue. All over the plant. I don't think they're quite ripe yet though. But there's going to be plenty on there. Hopefully the birds don't get to them all. Here's the tomato. You can see, last time I did a video, a lot of the growth had some weird yellowing around the leaves. And it still kind of has it, but it does look better. I've fertilized it 2 times with the nitrogen fertilizer since then. I've read that could have been an issue. This garden's a little different. Last time you saw it, there was a big-ass collar right there in the corner. But one day this week it was pretty windy. It kind of blew this thing over. It was laying there all sad, so it was time to go. I wasn't harvesting from it much, obviously, either, so it was just going to draw bugs. But this thing was pretty thick. Look how its stem's pretty much woody. I got cayennes here. That is doing much better than the last time I took a video of it, but it still doesn't look quite right. But a lot of the new growth is green. There is a cayenne, R.I.P. That thing died. Not sure. I planted them both at the same time. We've got another cayenne over here that we left in a pot that was planted at the same time. It's looking pretty yellow. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's up with the cayennes. The habaneros look fine though. Super green. No peppers on them yet though. Here's the habanero over here that we left in a pot. Also, no peppers on that guy. The banana peppers are the kings. They're taking off. This thing is huge. I picked one that was about this size last week, maybe a little bit smaller, and it didn't have much flavor, so I wasn't sure if it was ripe or not, so I'm just going to leave this one on for a little bit longer. Pretty hard. But there's one little baby one popping off, but the plants look great. They're huge and they're deep green. So yeah, the banana peppers have been the easiest to grow so far this year. Here's another Everglades tomato. We just picked off all the tomatoes for Easter, so that's why there's not many ripe ones on here, but we had a big bucket full. But you can see this one is doing that yellowing over here, and I've hit this one with 2 nitrogen fertilizer treatments as well since last video. So I'm not quite sure what that is. But over here we got a new addition actually from a buddy. It's an ice cream bean plant. It's a tree. It's a fast-growing tree that will eventually become a shade tree if you don't trim it back. It can grow huge, but it makes pretty interesting beans. I'll be excited to try those in a few years. Got some eggplants over here. Looking alright. The hot plants. Cascade is doing really good. This one's actually started to grab onto the fence. If I can get it. There it is. Starting to trellis up this thing. That one's doing the best by far, I think. Another cascade that looks good, but just hasn't grown quite as much. And then the cashmere is actually doing pretty good. It's not as full, but it's reaching for the fence. So, yeah, that's the garden update. It's Josh with FL Gardening. I really like to garden. If you're in Florida and you like to garden, I have a website. It's got a lot of resources that might help you out. I've got charts over there that I've made of like planting times, as well as Florida-friendly varieties of almost all the vegetables. So if you want to check it out, it's flgardening.com. And yeah, hope your garden's going good. Have a good day. Okay, bye.